Hey gang, so today I'm going to check out the new Graxpert AI version that Graxpert has released, I think a few weeks ago actually. I'm a little late to the game. There's been some other videos out about that and really piqued my interest in checking it out for myself. I did do a video on the regular version of Graxpert, and I will link that up here. But in this one, they've introduced artificial intelligence and basically takes care of setting all the sample points for you and running it against a background model and then performing the gradient removal. So it looks really interesting. I've not installed it myself at all yet. I thought actually I'd just go through the installation process together, and what you'll see in my video today is my first look at it, and then we can just try it out and see what happens. So anyway, if you're interested in checking that out, stick around because we're going to get into that next. My name is Doug, and this is AstroAF. Hey guys, it's Doug from the future. So I wanted to let you know that my first attempt at installing Graxpert failed, and it was a result of macOS detecting that a change had been made in the macOS folder of the application when I dragged the BG model folder into it. And later in this video, I'll show you the resolution of that. I had an excellent experience with support, and we got to the bottom of it really quickly. Basically, there is a dialog in Graxpert in the advanced menu where you can point to a location where the BG model folder is actually located. So instead of putting it into the Mac OS folder of the contents directory of the application, I put it in a different location. And then the application installed without any issue being reported by Mac OS for corruption of the installation file. And I was able to get past the security of Mac OS. So anyway, I wanted to let you know that up front here. The application works amazing. Their support was incredible. They responded quickly, and we got to the bottom of it. And so overall, the experience is really good. So I went ahead and left in the part of the failure so you can see what happened. And then following that, you'll see how I fixed that issue and got to a successful installation. All right, I'll let you back at it. Thanks. All right, so I'm over here on the bottom right of the screen this time because I think most of the important stuff we're going to be looking at in the controls in Graxpert are in the left sidebar, so I didn't want to be in the way. So hopefully that works out. I was reviewing the official documentation and installation instructions over on the Graxpert website and also on their YouTube channel, and I will link those for you down in the description. I think it's important to note is that the AI version is not available from the Graxpert website. You'll need to pick this up from their GitHub, and I have that on the screen right now. They have installers for various systems, Linux, Mac with ARM64 or x86 64. They have a Windows version, and then they have the source code for developers. And today, I'm on an ARM64 machine, so I'll be downloading this DMG file here when I go over to the website, to GitHub, and getting that downloaded and installed. Then there's a second link available from their GitHub, which is a background model that you need to download from their Google Drive location. So we'll need to go get that as well. So if I scroll down into their video description, over here, they actually have the download links. So the first one is going to be taking me to the AI Graxpert beta version. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. So that takes me to the GitHub. And here I'm going to click on download links for my system. So this is the ARM64 damage. or DMG. So anyway, that's for my system. You'll need to download accordingly for yours if you're on an x86. This is for installation on Mac. So either one of these should be about the same. So I'm going to download that currently just to my downloads directory. And that didn't take but a couple seconds. So I know the important thing here is to install this into the application directory. And so as you might be used to with installers, we'll go ahead and drag that over and drop it in applications. And I already have one there. I'm going to keep both on this one. I didn't want to replace my original installation. And hopefully I'll be able to tell the difference when I get over into applications. The other thing, so if we go back to the links on their description on their YouTube video, they've got the Graxpert AI link here, and this is the one that takes you to Google Drive. And we're going to want to download this background model folder. And so I'm going to go ahead and click download for that. Hopefully. Oh, let me try here. Oh, it was working on the first one. It was just zipping it up. Guess I'm downloading it twice. So we'll wait for that to download. I guess while that's doing its thing, I can go over to the my applications and yeah, BG model, and I'll put that also in downloads. And that one I'm going to cancel. That was my second one. And then I'm going to go over to applications, and I'm going to find Graxpert. So this Graxpert 2 is the one that I just installed. So here I want to go into Show Package Contents, and Contents, and then Mac OS. And we're going to just leave that for a minute. I'm going to unzip that background model, and then I'm going to drag this BG model directory over here. All right, and that's placed where it's supposed to be. So at this point in time, we should be able to start up Graxpert from applications. And I'll double click on this. I may have to go into systems and allow this. We'll see. And it's loading up. Yeah, it can't be opened. So I need to go to System and System Settings, and down here to, where is it? Privacy and Security, and scroll down, and then I need to find, if it's here. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm having trouble installing. One thing that I did notice in his presentation here on the installation of this into Mac OS, which I think is right in this area here. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Installing Graxpert under Applications, Show Package Contents, and then he indicates Mac OS. But when I heard him speaking here, he did not mention going into the Mac OS. So what I'm going to try is to move that folder back out of Mac OS and into Contents and see if that makes a difference. So if I go back to Applications in Graxpert and right click and Show Package Contents, and I'm going to navigate back into Mac OS, and we're going to find that BG model folder. I'm going to pull that out and put it over here directly under Contents. Now I'm going to try to open this again and see if we get any different results. So it's damaged and can't be opened. Potentially I have a bad download, so we will see. I'm going to go double check over in system settings again, privacy and security, and see if it popped up here. And no, I don't see it. Okay, so looks like this attempt failed.
24 hours later.
All right, so ran into some problems, and I could not get Graxpert to install the Graxpert AI. I was getting an error in Mac OS that indicated that Graxpert was corrupted. So I went over and I posted in the issues on their GitHub, and then I also joined their Discord, and I found they have a support channel there, and so I posted about my system and the symptoms of what I was running into, and one of the developers got back with me in about an hour, really, and gave me something to try. So apparently, and this makes a lot of sense. When we take that background model directory and drop it into the application location, Mac OS might identify that as then having the program files corrupted. So I'm going to uninstall this, basically delete it, and reinstall. But I'm not going to put the background model folder in that location. What I understand is that once you open the application up, you can go into the Advanced tab and actually point to the location that you have that BG models directory. And so I can put that anywhere I want, and then in the Advanced tab, I can go over and then point to where that directory is. So anyway, I'll flip over to my screen share, and we'll go through that process, and we'll see if that works. All right, I have an imaging session going right now too. So hopefully with OBS running while I'm imaging, I won't overload my system, but I think it's doing fine. So yeah, anyway, if I go back into my applications directory, at this point, I have that Graxpert 2. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move that to trash. And then I'm going to also, just to make sure that it's not interfering with something, I'm going to delete my original Graxpert as well. I can always reinstall that if I need to. And then I'm going to install the DMG, which is, I want the ARM64 one. I did try the x86 one just to see, but it had some different symptoms and didn't run. So we'll try this again. So I'm going to drag Graxpert over into my applications directory. All right, that's completed. And then now with that back in here, I should be able to start the application. I might have to go into system settings. I expect to go and override the security issue with it. We'll see. Okay, so this is a good message here because it can't check it for malicious software, where before I think I was getting corruption. So let's go see now if that's available in system settings for privacy and security. Scroll down, and do we have an open? We do. We have an open anyway this time. Okay, this is great. And I will authorize that. We're going to open. All right. Okay, beta release. Okay, so this time that's been really good. Now, before I go any further, I want to place this, this background model folder. I'm going to put this in my astrophotography area, and I'll create a new folder in here called Graxpert. And then I'm going to find that background, which is the BG model here, this zip file. I'm going to unzip this. All right, so we have that. And then I'm going to run over into the Advanced tab, and apparently in here I can point to the location of the file. Here, select AI directory. Let's try this. Yeah, and it was looking in the Mac OS directory by default, and this is where I was putting it before, but that was causing the problem. So in this case, I'll go navigate to where I did actually put my file, which is in my astrophotography Graxpert and BG model. I'll select that and choose. Okay, so with that, I just need to choose an image now, and we're going to have AI perform the, I think it does the grid creation. So let's find an image. I didn't actually have an image in mind here, so let's see what I got handy. Oh, I know. Let me go to the actual source file. Yeah, we'll do this one. And I'll open that. And I already placed, I wonder if I can clear that. Let's, and really, when I looked at the tutorial on their YouTube video, they pretty much just left everything alone here. Oh yeah, reset sample points. Okay, there we go. And that creates a, oh, that's right. So in here in the calculation area, rather than RBF, splines, or kriging, we now have an option for AI. So I'm going to choose that. I think we just let AI do this and then calculate background. So we don't actually, I don't think we actually set the grid points ourselves, but let me see. So that's processed original. Yeah, it actually did something. Oh, check it out. So here's the original, and you can see there's a gradient. And if I look at the processed one, then the gradient's removed, and then we can take a look at what the background actually is. So that's the gradient that was removed, going from light to dark, by AI. That's the original, and that's the processed. So that was cool. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't set, you know, my own breakpoints or my own grid points. You know, all I had to do was load the image and change the interpolation method to AI, and then calculate background, and that's done. So that's really super cool. I think the problems that I had are, it's not really a Graxpert issue. It was an Apple kind of a security thing, and maybe the documentation that was directing me to put that that BG model folder into the Mac OS directory of the application file. You know, maybe that needs to be updated as far as just their documentation go. But this feature is really cool. I mean, so honestly, you know, that was pretty awesome. So if I think I'll go ahead and save the processed. Yeah, and we'll just save it to that location. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the 03 image. We'll open it up. So here's this, and you can definitely see there's a gradient here. And we'll keep AI, and I'll go ahead and calculate the background of this one. And then we can look at the difference. So you see that on the right hand side here, and then processed. And that smoothed it out really nice. And if we want to look at what was actually removed, that's what was removed. So that's really impressive. That's really, really impressive. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. I definitely recommend you check this out. That is the easiest background extraction ever. And, you know, really, really impressive. I'm going to work with processing these. I think, you know, that's as good as I've ever done doing it manually. As far as I can see, you know, that was just super easy. So anyway, give it a try. I know the whole thing about having to go to another application to do your background extraction kind of can break a workflow a little bit, but really the convenience of this and doing a background extraction in literally like 5 seconds, pretty blown away by that. That's awesome. So anyway, I hope you like this. I definitely recommend that you check it out. All right, so that was Graxpert AI, and yeah, pretty blown away. That was really cool. I will have links down to the download information for Graxpert AI and the documentation, and then I'll make sure that I have my experience documented out in the description, the caveats that I ran into and how I got around them. Their support was, you know, they're amazing, you know, so they're highly available, and I was able to reach a developer directly on their Discord support channel. So I'll leave a link to, or I'll leave whatever information I can about their Discord channel below, because you might want to check that out as well. Anyway, so the support is top notch, and I'm really happy with the way that it actually went. You know, it's okay if there's problems. You know, it's just how things kind of pan out and go through, and working with people. So, and they're interested in figuring out if something's wrong and getting it fixed. You know, so that's they're really highly active in making this software is you know, great. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I hope I've earned your subscription, so please subscribe if I have. And anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate that you've stopped by today. My name is Doug, and this is AstroAF.